Good morning, coming to you from one of my favourite gardens in the Western Cape. It's at the Vineyard Hotel, which is situated, as you can see, at the foot of Table Mountain, and wanted to make a short clip about seeing natural shapes in the morning. So one of the things that I've been focusing on over the last 6 months is trying to get natural sunlight in my eyes first thing in the morning. This is a very popular recommendation from Andrew Huberman and his incredible podcast, which talks a lot about the value of the circadian rhythm and how if you wake up and get natural sunlight in the eyes, even indirect sunlight from nature, you kick off your circadian rhythm, which helps you feel a lot better throughout the day. And it's something that I've spent a lot of time thinking about. One of my other observations as I think about waking up in the morning is how quickly can I get into nature and hear natural sounds like water moving through a river or waves, or see natural shapes like fewer straight lines and more kind of curved shapes that feel a lot better on the eye. And since I've been paying attention to that waking up process, just getting some light and getting some nature, I feel like my mornings are going a lot better. I think my evenings, when I'm more tired and the energy is more depleted, still got a lot of work to do there, but I think waking up the right way and focusing on moving from built environments by humans to much more kind of natural environments where the shapes are just easier on the eye has been a huge shift in how I think about my days and the inputs into my mind. And that, I think, is what we're all curious about, and we're trying to get better at different things, is how can the inputs into what I'm doing improve the outputs that I want. My goal with my work and things I'm doing is to experiment now for a while with different inputs into my creativity and hope that it produces new and interesting outputs with the ideas or results or things I end up working on. A huge part of what I've enjoyed about returning to South Africa is how it's got me back in sync with a whole bunch of natural rhythms, from studying where the moon is in the sky each day relative to the sun, how the light moves through the mountains and the oceans and the valleys, the way the shadows are playing. These are things that I was aware that they were going on when I was in San Francisco or the Bay Area, but I wasn't as kind of curious or focused or interested in them. And it almost brings me back to being in Norway, where I was actually tracking a North Star, where I was through the snow at night when it was freezing and my body was constantly fighting to stay alive. I was curious where the North Star actually was. It's one thing to talk about having a North Star, it's quite another to actually use a North Star. But yeah, anyway, these are just some random musings from the morning. Probably going to leave it here and see where the day takes me. And I can safely say, if you ever come down to the Cape, exploring this park and then the Kirstenbosch Gardens, which are set just at the foot of the mountain, truly a magical place. All right, everyone, hope you're having a good morning.